Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights. When last we left off, before we actually go and open that door, I realised that we have that actual auction that we actually want to go and buy things in. Probably actually important that we go and use some of those smugglers' coins. And I've managed to get sar'ken stuck in the running animation while he's resting again. Crumpet is looking a bit bemused at this. Yeah, there's not much actually to do.
I am overburdened. Perhaps you should bear some of my load.
Are we carrying a little too... We are carrying way too much. Is it that breastplate by any chance? I think we just might want to slowly walk over to where the... we might turn into a bear again. There's no reason not to turn into a... No reason not to turn into a bear. It means that we can actually move faster. Then we'll just need to sell some things. The smuggler's coins can actually be used to buy a few very good things. Pretty good. All of our equipment has currently been removed while we are in polymorph form. Rather, they've all sort of just, like, merged into our bear form so that we don't need to do anything with that. Yep, there's that trap again. There is an auctioneer nearby that we should actually buy things from. Where's the auctioneer? Trying to find it. There's the auctioneer. That's what we actually wanted. We actually wanted to find the auctioneer. So let's rest. The auctioneer will allow us to sell things. Mainly allow us to buy things too.
I am overburdened.
Indeed.
Perhaps you should bear some of my load.
Blasted Vengol! I pay good money for some of these things, and now he's late getting the show going. Ah, heck with it. I didn't want to buy some things. I've got smuggler coin specials. Look at your normal. You're favourable. You're a pretty good person to sell things to them. Let's get rid of some of this stuff that we don't want. Mainly some of these gems, and these rings, and these thieves' tools. We'll hold on to the thieves' tools. Well, actually, they're quite heavy. Let's get rid of them. The sickle we don't need. The dagger we don't need. A single magical dart. Probably don't need anyway. Let's have a look at the other things we can get rid of. We have 2+1 slings. There's a tavern patron just looking at us there. A lesser wand of summoning. We were going to keep that, I think. That's another one. Well, we'll sell one of them. We don't need two. A scythe +1. We don't need. A large crossbow. We don't need. This armor is going to be scale mail +1. We don't need that. This magic rod is not particularly useful, but very expensive. It does allow ghostly visage once per day. That's actually pretty good. Actually, that's pretty good. This dire mace, however, we don't need. Now, you're selling standard equipment. That's fair enough. You do have a belt of agility +1 for a lot. The Mask of Persuasion for 5,000. It's a pretty cool looking item. Braces of dexterity, braces of armor. None of those I'm particularly interested in. What about any other? That's all the clothing and armor. All the weapons, you have a few interesting things, but nothing super interesting. With natural armor, ring of protection. Right, what about the special items? What weapons do you have? I have a magic double axe, exotic weapon, 15 coins. Magic longsword, also not particularly useful. Magic morning star. What's your selection of armor? Magical breastplate. Magical shield, magical suit of leather. What a miscellaneous armor. Magical cloak, which is made by the nymphs, and a steel for 14 smugglers' coins. Magical sash. Look at it shimmer. Well, I've got a sash of shimmering, so I don't need that. I'm actually going to take the cloak, because it's a nice cloak. I don't have a cloak yet. To be fair, there are better things we can get, but this is the only place where smugglers' coins are going to be even vaguely useful. We've got 32 of them, so why don't we get the magical cloak? It is indeed a magical cloak. A nymph's cloak +1. Charisma +1. We'll equip it. if only because it looks neat at the moment. And I think we can sell it for a fair amount of coin. Consider the fact that we got it for free, effectively. If we wanted to sell it...
Greetings.
Let's have a look. Wanted to sell it? What can we get for it? We'll take it for 500 gold. So I've definitely made the right decision. I think that's the same kind of cloak that the Thera's wearing. Not the Thera, sorry. Wrong campaign!
Greetings.
Sharwin's wearing. Let's have a look at your special items. Now, we have a fair few of these coins left. About 18? You have an exotic double axe, a magic longsword, and a magic morning star. 5 to... not enough to get everything.
Greetings.
Armor, you have 15 and 9. We have 1 smuggler's coin off getting something decent there. However, I think the... oh, and 5. And that's... the sash is 6 coins. So if we get something that's 10 and then something that's 6...
Greetings.
We're pretty much using all of our... So if we get the sash, we'll buy it. We'll buy it. Which means we now have 12 smuggler's coins. Which means you can buy the longsword. Or... yeah, we'll buy the longsword. Might as well buy it. There you are. We have 2 smuggler's coins now.
Greetings.
We actually have really no reason to have a magic longsword. But, the game's going to give us an option. What is this? Yeah, it didn't actually identify that one for us. However, it's worth 600 gold. We don't have a need for it, but it's worth 600 gold. So I think we definitely picked the right items the whole lot to get. We also want to sell that longsword. 500 gold. Yep. There we go. I think it's safe to say we've made some sort... what is this potion? For some reason we did not know that was a potion of cure light wounds. And I spent 100 gold to find out. And I really don't want to identify that. It's just a magic +1 dart that I accidentally didn't stack with all the others. Right, we only have 2 more of these coins, so we've actually got nothing more to actually sell here. It's a nice cloak, actually. Quite like it. It's entirely worthless to sar'ken. It's entirely worthless. I'm pretty sure we'll be replacing it with like a ring of protection, a cloak of protection at some point. But for just the moment, we'll run around with a nice purple cloak. Matching cloaks, Sharwin! Matching cloaks. Let us head back. Back into the, that floor, so that we can figure out what's going on. Find out who that person is. I get the feeling I know who that person is that is being interrogated in that room. But there, we got rid of a few items. We now have 14,000 gold. It's worth of stuff. We can definitely buy a cloak at somewhere. Anyway, this room. We're back here and we're going to explore this room. Which means that we're going to figure out what's going on. Hello, Bloodsails.
Prepare to become
You guys
one
really picked
with
the wrong person to
eternity.
fight. I'm wearing a snazzy cloak now. Yeah, I really am not worried about you two. Especially now I have Bear with me. Yep, you got distracted by Bear. That's a bad idea for you. And you are dead. Hello, Sharwin. And instructions from Kikoskia. Those are actually worth reading. We could drop all of these auction announcements, however. I think we pretty much got the fact that there is an auction going on. Let's have a look at these instructions. Note from Kikoskia, the traitorous lieutenant of Vengol. It appears to be instructions on how to access the sea caves. When you have pulled what information you can from Vengol's wench, join us in the aqueducts. The entrance is in the very northwest of the docks district, through an old maintenance building. I believe I know an alternate path to where the old fool keeps his secret stores. The cockatrice should be there, as well as whatever else he has been keeping from us. Time to take our due, not duel. Use the hand signs below to pass the seal on the aqueduct gates. Keep this note with you. I doubt you would remember the signs without it. A complex series of hand motions is detailed. You'll definitely need this note present to reproduce them accurately enough to pass the gate. Fair enough. And here is Darrenay. This elven woman looks defiant, despite having been harassed by her captors. She's wearing a Bloodsail uniform, but she doesn't look much like a fighter. Hello.
Thank you for saving me. If that is indeed what you have done, I do not know you or your motives.
Calm down. I'm not going to hurt you. It's good to hear a kind voice. These men have not been gentle. I fear their questions were growing even more insistent. I am Darrenay, and I am at your mercy. I'd hoped you were sent by Vengol, but I haven't heard from him. His auction was called off. I want to ask about Vengol. I have a question first, if you don't mind. Who do you serve? I won't say anything if you intend to use it against people I care about. I am acting as a guard under Arabeth and Nasha. I see. I begin to understand what your interest in Vengol and his Bloodsailors may be. Ask your questions. I will try to answer. I want to ask about Vengol. Vengol Bloodsail, the Scarlet Blade. He is the former leader of the mutinous Bloodsailors, and he is my betrothed. We have been apart for far too long. Why have the Bloodsailors mutinied? It would appear that they have grown tired of Vengol. His methods of doing things are sometimes difficult to understand. They don't respect his grandiose plans like they used to. He has always stressed how things should be done with style, but now they just want profit. Is there one in particular who's guiding this revolt? Kalik, Vengol's lieutenant. He didn't approve of this auction, so now he's trying to seize the Bloodsailors for his own. He doesn't appreciate artful schemes. Kalik will kill Vengol if he finds him. The Bloodsailors will become a much more vicious group under him. Vengol always maintains some civility. Where is Kalik? He couldn't wait for his men to finish with me. He's probably made a guess as to where Vengol is and has gone to try and find him. Where is Vengol Bloodsail now? I can't say for certain, but he is an old pirate and set in his ways. He said I would know where to find him, and I have a few ideas. Vengol is on the run, so he'll go where he thinks he's safe. He'll either go to the Silver Sails or the Aqueducts. I think both places lead to an underground cache of his. If you help me find him, I will spare his life. I want to believe. He really did mean for his auction to help. He just wanted the right amount of flash as well. Very well. Find him. Take this locket. It was a present from him. He said it was a key, and it would let me enter the Silver Sails if I needed to find him. The Silver Sails is in the west central area of the docks. There's a passage inside. Vengol said it was safe. For him, at least. I want to ask about you. Very well. As I said, my name is Darrenay. I am in service of Vengol Bloodsail, the Scarlet Blade, and a foil of Lord Nasha Alagonda. Why were you imprisoned here? These were Kalik's men. He was Vengol's lieutenant, and he wanted them to interrogate me and find out where Vengol is hiding. It would seem that Kalik is no longer willing to follow my Vengol, but I certainly don't think he would stoop to this. What do you know about the auction? More than I care to at this point. I wish Vengol had never found that creature. It has caused no end of trouble. What creature do you mean? Vengol said it was a cockatrice brought from Waterdeep, and that it had a connection to the plague. He even claimed it was part of a cure. He found it in the streets while the city guards were busy with the plague and whatever mess happened at the academy. It would have been lost if not for him. He was going to make sure it was returned to the appropriate city officials, but first he would invite Lord Nasha to this auction. It was a game of Vengol. Lord Nasha? Why would he come? The two of them are our old rivals. They were always looking for ways to show up the other. Vengol figured Nasha couldn't get out of this one. See, Vengol wanted Nasha to have come to this stupid little tavern and admit in front of everyone that he had been outdone, that he needed Vengol. He would have just given the cockatrice back after that. It was all a game to him. This game would not have pleased his Bloodsailors. No, his game with Nasha has become a bit more serious than he would have liked. The stakes were too high this time. See, Vengol's men never sent the message to Lord Nasha. Instead, his most trusted lieutenant plotted to kill him. It's all a mess now. Vengol would have given the creature back. He's not the kind to let the innocent suffer. It's just got out of hand. Goodbye. Farewell. I will remain here. Vengol will find me when the time is right to do so. If his game doesn't get even further out of hand. Well, we don't want to be here anymore. We in fact want to go into this exit here. There is an exit over in this area that we can use to escape. And then we want to head immediately over to the Silver Sails Company. There's a door now that we can open. A door that previously we could not. So it's a good thing we cleared that area out already. Here we are. And we want to head over to the Silver Sails Company, which I do believe is over here in the central part of town. There's also that quest that we need to do at some point. I don't think we found that brooch, though. I don't think we have. Don't think that's it. No, don't think it is. Oh, there's the building. We just walked right past it. Let's go in, shall we? And when we go in, we'll open that door that we can open, and then we'll probably go and have to kill more Bloodsails. We haven't killed many Bloodsails at all this video, just 2. Let's go. This cloak makes sar'ken very slightly more charismatic. And I mean very slightly. Very slightly. So very slightly that it doesn't even make a really significant difference. At all. This door will be opened by the locket. There we go. Ah, there's a dire spider.
Pray to whatever gods you worship.
This thing is only moderate difficulty, though. Ouch! Strength decreased. That's not good. Ow! This thing needs to die. Fortunately, I think it is going to die. Crumpet is also poisoned.
There!
Fortunately, I think we're winning. I think we're winning. The bard spells are most certainly helping, so's the bardic song. Bardic song is just amazing. Ow. Ow, do not kill us. Or just me. It jumped! I like the fact that the spider has that as an actual, animation. How do I avoid this attack? I jump. I think lesser restoration's probably
I am overburdened. Perhaps you should bear some of my load.
There we go. The secondary damage will indeed apply, but then Crumpet will be okay. And then we're just going to head down into the sewers and aqueducts. And from there, hopefully, we'll go and find this pirate and help Vengol. Vengol seems to be the lesser of 2 evils here. Let's go. The aqueducts. Well, there is a mysterious boat and an exit. Are there any... Whoa! I very narrowly avoided that trap. Ah. There is a man with an ominous name, and here are some bombardier beetles. They lob acid rather than fire, in a cone. They're a little more dangerous than the other beetles because it's an area affectability, which indeed will hurt. I'm surprised they haven't gone and attacked the guy over there yet. There is a chest here, though. Pretty handily. Is it a death chest? No. It does have a note, though. Tooth of the Forge. Ah! Yep. This is one of those areas where we can get one of the items. However, I get the feeling that this item might be really dangerous and perilous. We'll have a look next video and see if it's possible for us to actually get in there and get what's in there. So I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later. Do you like the cloak? I don't really think it suits you, Sharp. I don't really think it suits you. Suits me, though. I like purple. Purple's a nice colour. I think it looks stupid on you. Stupid bear. I think it looks stupid on me. I like the colour purple.